Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm in a different setting. I'm at my parents' house for the weekend and I thought I would just sit down really quickly and film a video on a kind of catching up with coffee. Speaking of, let me get my coffee. Okay, I've got my coffee here. So let's just sip on a coffee. So if you want to grab a beverage and drink with me and let's chat. I wanted to make a video because I've gotten a lot of questions about what we're doing now. So I figured we'd catch up. As most of you know, we moved. We're military, so we have moved yet again, but we are gonna be stationary. We're back in Virginia, so we're gonna stay. We'll still be a part of the military and the kids and I will be stationary. So there'll be no more moving around for us. So they're able to just have that stability and grow up and be in the schools and have the friends that they're gonna grow up with, and not have to continuously say goodbye, start, stop services, again, that whole thing, because that gets to be a lot. But the biggest question I got is, do we still foster? The answer is yes, we absolutely do still foster. And when we moved back to North Carolina, we immediately jumped on the process of becoming licensed in the state of North Carolina because, you know, we changed states. They don't really accept the licensing or training, if you will. Not all the time. Sometimes they do. It depends on the organization, if it's the same organization, if it's not. So they did not accept our licensing from Virginia. So we had to do the entire process all over again. So we moved there. So we moved to North Carolina and had to redo everything that we had just kind of redone in Virginia. So it took a little while because it was the year of COVID as well, and it took a lot longer than expected. So we really did not become licensed in the state of North Carolina until like 9 months later. And then, as you know, I got pregnant with Wesley pretty much as soon as we moved back to North Carolina, and I had him. And then we got our first placement when Wesley was about a month and a half old. A 2-year-old little girl came to us. And she was only with us for a few days. She was just actually a few days shy of turning 3, and we were planning a little birthday party to celebrate her. You know, the beauty of living in a military community. So the beauty of living on post and just having that community is everyone comes together for any type of cause, no matter whether they've known you for 5 minutes or if they've known you for 5 years. So I had the entire street basically come together. We were gonna plan this huge birthday party to celebrate this little girl, and then she left us. So our very first placement in North Carolina was with us for all of 4 days. And then we didn't get our second placement until 2.5 months later. And she was a respite. She was with us for 2 weeks to give grandma a break, I think. And then we got our third placement. And our third placement was more of a longer term placement, if you will. Actually, the day Will deployed to Afghanistan, remember all of that craziness that happened. Will got called to deploy, and he's like, I gotta go. And literally 10 minutes after he called saying he's gotta go, I got a call from DSS asking if we would like to take in a 9-month-old baby girl. I said yes, despite the fact that things were going down, it was getting real, and I said yes. And Wesley was actually due to have surgery on his kidney later that month. So luckily my parents came down to help with all of that. And she was a very sweet little girl. She was with us for about 2.5 months. And so we'll got to have time with her when he came home from deployment. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We now have family here. My aunts and uncles and cousins just came over. But anyway, so we had our third placement for a couple of months, and then she was reunified with a family member, and so she was no longer in our care. And then we didn't hear anything for a while. We were still a part of like our ongoing foster parent training and support. We went to our foster parent picnic. And the very last placement we got was another respite, and it was only for a weekend. So I did not film a lot. Actually, I didn't really film a ton anyway when we moved back. I did film my pregnancy with Wesley and like his birth vlog, the hospital stay and coming home. But I did not film a ton in North Carolina because we were just getting used to an entirely different schedule than what we were used to before when I fostered in Virginia before. I mean, my kids were going to school and Paisley was in kindergarten, then first grade, and then Avery was still in preschool. So I was literally running around all of the time, had no time to film whatsoever. So unfortunately I did not film a lot, and we really did not have any of our placements for very long for me to film anything anyway. But when we moved back to Virginia back in the summer, we did start the process to get relicensed with the organization we were with before. So yes, we are back with our organization that we were with before, and we actually should be, by the time you guys see this, we should officially be relicensed. So this is why I wanted to kind of sit down and do this little mini Q&A, because I've gotten a ton of questions. Do we still foster, from comments in old videos that have been recent comments, and some in newer videos. Somebody asked if we still foster, then I got some messages on Instagram, and yes, we still foster. So there'll be more to come. I know a lot of people really enjoy that content. So we're back and we still foster. We will never stop fostering. I will foster as long as we possibly can. I absolutely love it. Our family truly enjoys it. So you guys will see us, more of us, and more to come. And I will definitely do more, family vlogs again, and more foster content. So yeah, so stay tuned. But I just wanted to quickly catch up with you guys, catch you up to speed. We're here in Virginia again, and in our house. We're not living on post. We bought a house off post, and kids are settled in, and we're just really enjoying being back. And so we're very excited to be back with our organization and fostering again, and with those families and those individuals we worked with before. So stay tuned. We're very excited, but I hope gives you a little bit more insight into what's going on with us. But I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. And if you don't celebrate, I hope you're all doing well anyway. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.